an update to the Airplane Hangar wireless network video. We're going to try out the Pepwave Max BR1 Mini cellular modem. To recap the Airplane Hangar network video quickly, we used Unifi gear to create a wireless network, a USG router, a switch, a wireless access point, and the WAN failover modem for our connection to the internet. It's a great little system, very capable. Maybe it's a lot of boxes to get the job done, but it's a great little network. We installed Unifi gear, we had most of the stuff laying around, and I really wanted to try the WAN failover modem. But there's 3 reasons why I want to try and replace the Unifi WAN failover modem with a more standard cellular modem. Reason number 1, the Unifi cellular modem is a WAN failover modem intended to be used exclusively with Unifi equipment. You can't plug it into the WAN port of just any router. As a matter of fact, you don't even plug it into the WAN port of the Unifi router. It's got a very convenient feature in that you can plug it into any switch port anywhere in your network. And if your main router fails, main modem fails, the router will switch over and start pulling data through the WAN failover modem in whatever port it's plugged into. This is convenient if your equipment is centralized in the center of a steel and concrete building and you don't have great cell service. The Unifi failover modem can be placed in any window, plugged into any port, and easily configured. That's a great feature if you have a Unifi network, but if you're using someone else's router, it's not capable. Therefore, if you found that video looking for a cellular modem solution to getting Wi-Fi, maybe to an airplane hangar, maybe to a food truck, it wouldn't work if you weren't using Unifi gear. Reason number 2 is the network it's on. The Unifi failover modem is dedicated to AT&T's network, and you can't switch it out. You can't put it on someone else's network. It's dedicated to that network only. And if you don't have great AT&T service where you need to use it, or maybe you're not a fan of the AT&T company and you don't want to give them any business, that's not a solution for you. We need to present something else. Reason number 3 is the plan. It's intended to be a failover modem. It's not intended to be a primary modem, so it's got a 1 gigabyte plan. That's it. You can't upgrade it to 10 or 20, you're stuck with 1. Now, after that 1, it does have overages where it'll give you another gig of data and charge a little bit more, but if you want to set a budget for every month and just buy a specific plan, you can't do that with that. And right up until about 2 days prior to making this video, another point was the price. It was 15 gigs for that $15 for that 1 gig of data. 2 days ago, Unifi repriced the plan and it's $5 per gig for the first gig and every gig after. So if you wanted to get 20 gigs of data in a month, it costs you $100, and that's very comparable to Verizon's 20 gig data only plan. So now it's not so much of a concern, but when it first came out, $15 for 1 gig was a little bit on the pricey side. So I started searching for a cellular modem that would work on Verizon's network, and you quickly find it's not consumer stuff that you see for the AT&T network. These things are metal, industrial, some have heat sinks, and they're priced accordingly. I think they're intended for like military, police vehicles, fleet trucks, and the like, maybe some motorhomes and boats. And so they're very rugged construction, and they're very capable in their feature set. With that, they're kind of pricey. Some are in the $600–700 range, even more, $1,200 and up. But the Pepwave Max BR Mini is only $250. I figured I'd go with that. And we'll review some of the features now, we'll power it up, and we'll dive right in. All right, the Pepwave has booted. Let's dive into the web page and check out its features. One thing about it, I was looking for a cellular modem. I didn't need router capability or anything, but a lot of these devices are also routers and wireless access points. And that's true of the Pepwave Max BR1 Mini. It's both a cellular modem, a router, and a wireless access point. It's 2.4 gigahertz only wireless access point, but that's fine if you're in a RV or a boat or a food truck. And if you needed something, you could just attach an access point to it to get 5G if you really need that. Or as we're going to do, we're going to feed it into our USG router to feed just the WAN internet, the internet to the WAN port of our network. All right, so here's the interface for it, and it's out of the box admin. Remember to change your password. We come right into the dashboard, and we see our WAN status. We're still connecting to the cellular network because we've just booted the unit. I need my glasses. Anybody else getting to the age where you can do most things without it, but then you've got to add your glasses? We go into the network. We're going to see our network status. Here's our LAN. It's not 10.1.10 out of the box. It's 192.168.50.1. But I was playing with this at the office, and we have a 50. We use that IP scheme for one of our networks at the office. So I changed it prior to coming out to the hangar for testing. We go into the port settings, and there's 2 LAN ports on this device, and they could be both for LAN, or the second one can be configured with another license that you purchase to make a failover WAN port. So you could actually use this as a router, use cellular modem, cellular data in its internal modem, but then plug in maybe a cable modem or some other modem to WAN port or LAN port 2, which would be a secondary WAN port, and then that would act as a failover. Ours were just configured as LAN 1 and 2, and they're both enabled. It also offers a captive portal. That's pretty cool. I was impressed with a lot of the features when I dove into the advanced tabs. You got VPNs. You have quality of service. Firewall, you can build some rules. Content blocking. I didn't check this out before. I'm not sure what we can do here, but looks like you can pretty easily check a couple of categories, have it block unwanted content such as audio, video. Hey, wait, I'm audio, video. Pornography, we might want to block that. Or file sharing. Some cool features there. High availability. Well, that's great. Let's see. Well, that's pretty cool. Certificate manager. This would, be for our VPN certificates and the like. DNS forwarding. Well, that's great. You can define an internal DNS name server and route all traffic, force this router to route all traffic to that name server. That's very cool. Service pass-through. GPS forwarding. I'm not sure what that's for. Back to the dashboard. Has it picked up our location? Nope. I do have the GPS antenna attached, but we're inside this huge metal box because people were flying around the airport doing takeoffs and landings. So before I close the door, we're having some trouble getting a GPS signal. It's a very long cable. You easily could snake it out the door if you needed to get that GPS. The access point. So it's set up with its out-of-the-box default value. You can go in there and change it if you want. This is the password that comes printed on the box, or I believe on the bottom of the unit. You can change that right there. Cancel that. Look at our other settings. Oh, so channels. Auto channels, or pick a channel if you know which channel is best to be used. Set the channel width. Very cool. Again, it's only 2.4 gigahertz, but hey, it's great that it has it. Here's where you change your admin password. Remember to change your password. firmware updating. Sure, the time. We're not in Casablanca. Wish we were. Schedule, email notification. Very cool. Put in your credentials. Ooh, remote syslog. You can define a server here and it'll report events. That's great. The network management protocol. Here's where we can restore or download our configurations. Even some tools such as ping and traceroute, WAN analysis. Very cool. And then of course the status page. All right, well, we're not really going to change the configuration much. We just want to test it out, plug it into the Unifi router and see what we get. All right, we're back on the dashboard. Let's check out our cell service. If we come into details here, we can see that it's connected, Verizon. Our RSSI of minus 76 dBm, that's not great. Turns out at my hangar, AT&T is a better solution than Verizon, but we've got enough signal to test the unit. And this is with all the doors closed. It's a big concrete and steel building. So, hey, I'm impressed that we're getting something, and it's going to be good enough to test. You know, that's a point that's important, that here at my building, AT&T is better than Verizon. It's going to matter where you're going to use your unit. If you're going to use it at a building, you want to just check which service provider is better, get an account with that service provider. If you're going to put it in a vehicle, well, as you move around, you're going to have better service in some locations than in others. A device like this Pepwave has 2 SIM slots. So you can get one service from Verizon, one service from AT&T, plug both of the SIM cards into the unit, and it's going to use whatever service is best at that time. All right, so we took a little bit of a break as we had a helicopter come do a practice flyby. Came right down the runway at about 20 feet. I got a little video of that here. And then they kind of hovered. Yeah, of course you can't see anything. So we took a little break. Let's dive back in. We're going to go right back to the dashboard. Start again. All right, so here we are at the Unifi dashboard, and we come look at our devices. Here's our USG router. We go over to the WAN port, and it's got a 10.1.10.12 IP address. That's a private IP scheme, but we didn't go and change the Pepwave modem router to pass through the Verizon IP. So it's just assigning our router another IP. We got double NAT. That's okay. So if we want to see if we can route some traffic. We'll go to Connecticut Home Theaters. And look at that. There's our website. So we're routing traffic through the USG router being served by the Pepwave Max BR1 Mini cellular modem. All right, why don't we see if we can control our internet addressable outlets? Let's go. So we're over in our VSync app. Here we go. There's the engine heater outlet, and we're gonna fire it off. And there you go. We're on. I don't have anything plugged into it. Warm season, we're not heating the engine, but there you go. Oh, you might have even heard that go off. All right, so that's the update to the Airplane Hangar wireless network, where we've replaced the Unifi WAN modem with the Pepwave WAN cellular modem. If you found this video interesting, please give us a thumbs up. If you'd like any help with projects like this, you can reach us at our contact information below. We appreciate you watching the video, and thank you.